What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this week we're doing the weekly analysis for the 12th to the 5th to the 16th of April. So to all the guys who keep coming back to watch and support me, thanks a lot. Your support is much appreciated. And to the new people, thank you for coming to watch. I hope that you find this content useful, and if you do, please remember to subscribe and hit that like button and share the video so we can grow the fam. So without further ado, let's get straight to the point. So our weekly analysis will start with the Great British Pound and the New Zealand dollar. So we go to the daily time frame just to look at the directional bias. So we see that the market is making higher highs and higher lows. So we are in an uptrend, meaning that we have a bullish bias and we're looking for buy trades only. Okay, so we come to the 4-hour to draw our key support resistance levels. That's a key support resistance level, key support resistance level, key support resistance level up there. So what I'm looking for this week is for the market to actually another key support resistance level that I should add somewhere there in that zone. Okay, so what I'm looking to see during the course of the week is for the market to, okay, firstly we saw that last week the market moved down, came back to hit that support, moved back up, came back down, forming a double bottom kind of pattern, moved back up, came back down, forming what looks like a triple bottom. Alright, so what I'm expecting is either for the market to come back down a little bit more, okay, in this zone, and start making its way back up, or alternatively the market could gap up, break this resistance zone, making it a new support, then continue its way back up, or the market could gap down, hit this resistance right there, and start making its way back up. So that's what I'm looking for. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for the Great British Pound and New Zealand dollar for this week. Alright, so the next pair that we're going to be analyzing is the Euro JPY. So I'm already in a trade in this pair, so let's go to our daily. You can see that the market has been making higher highs and higher lows, right? We had kind of a steep pull back here, but then the market continued its way back up. Alright, so coming to the 4-hour time frame, we want to highlight our key support resistance zones, our key levels, okay, which we have highlighted there. So as you can see, last week the market came down to this support zone, right, broke past the support zone with what looks like a stop hunt, then came back in the zone, breaking the zone bullishly, like in a bullish direction. Okay, so I came in a bit late on this trade. As you can see, I entered the trade right there at the close of this bullish candle, and it is going in my direction at the moment. So what I'm looking to see next week is either for the market to break this resistance, come back down, making it a new support, or make its way back up, or the market could take me out of the trade at break even, Round about break even at about 387 bucks. So it could come down, take me out there, come back to retest that support, and if the setup looks good, preferably take a buy, and the market moves in its bullish directional bias. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for the Euro JPY. So the next pair we're going to analyze is the Euro CAD. So for the Euro CAD, I'm also in this trade, and this trade worked out perfectly last week. So we can easily see that we are having downside momentum. Okay, the market was forming lower highs, lower lows. Right there, that's a lower low. Market moves up, forming a lower high, lower low, lower high. Sure you guys get the point. Okay, so we are in downward trend, so our directional bias is bearish, so we're looking for sell trades at this moment. So what can you see from the market, or the key levels from the 4-hour chart? So we can see that the market came up last week. Okay, the market came up and hit that resistance zone, right? Pushed up, formed what looks like a stop hunt, came back down and kind of flirted with this resistance. Okay, bouncing off the resistance, and finally the market gave us an entry there and started moving way back down. Okay, so I was fortunate to come when the market was here and I took the entry there. However, if I hadn't come at that time, I most likely would have also taken an entry somewhere here, right? And still I would have been in a safe trade had my stop hunt been a couple of pips above this high or at that high, but that would have been a bit too far, so maybe about a couple of pips above this high. So we would have still been in profit because the market didn't move too much higher than that high. Then it ended up dropping and we are now in profit and also kind of breaking even or having small profits on this trade. Okay, so that's it for the Euro CAD. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. No, sorry, that's not it. So what I'm anticipating for this week, my apologies, it's either for the market to continue downwards, hit that resistance, that's probably where I might take profit, or 75 or partial profits, right, depending on how the market behaves here. If it breaks through the support, comes back up, forming the new resistance, might add another position and ride this market downwards. Alright, and likewise, if it does the same thing, breaks through this resistance, comes back up to retest the now new this support, comes back up to retest the now new resistance, then the market might potentially continue its way downward. So that's what I'm looking for. Or obviously the market could come back up, take me out with partial profits, hit that resistance again, and if the setup looks good, I take another sell, and preferably, hopefully, the market moves back down in my direction. Alright, so that's what we're looking for the Euro CAD. Next pair is the Australian dollar CAD. So I'm also in this trade similar to the Euro CAD. Come down daily, you can see that the market has been forming higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so we were initially in an uptrend. The market broke structure, formed higher highs and higher lows from the daily chart. Okay, So we're now in a downtrend, which means we have a bearish bias looking to sell. So we've highlighted our key levels. We come to the 1 hour. So last week, similar thing to the Euro CAD. Last week the market moved up, came to this resistance zone. The market moved all the way back down there, came back up, hit that resistance again, moved back up, hit the resistance again, and now has plummeted down. Alright, so for this one, I think I came in a bit earlier, came in at around about this zone. I think I came in at about this zone, put my stops at about above the resistance zone, and now the market is moved favorably in my direction. So what I'm looking for this week is a continuation to the downside, preferably the market breaking the support, coming back up, hitting that resistance and making its way back down, or the market could gap up, take me out at partial profits again, and if the setup plays out, take another sell position, and the market might move back in the selling or downward or bearish direction. Okay, so the last pair we're going to be looking at is the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So for this one, if we go to the daily, we can clearly see that the market has been forming higher highs and higher lows. We are in an uptrend, we have a bullish bias, hence we are looking for buy trades. So we come to the 4 hour to come and check our key levels, key support resistance levels. Okay, and you see that the market is actually at a key resistance support level at the moment, and it's forming a strong bullish candle, or it closed the week in a strong bullish candle. So what I'm anticipating for this market is either the market might gap up, break that resistance, come back down, hitting that new support and make its way back up, or the market could come back down, kind of flirt with that support zone again, then give us another chance to ride the wave and take our buy trade. Or the market could maybe gap down, come to the support zone and start making its way back up. So those are the variations I'm looking for the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so at the moment these are the pairs that I'm looking for that look good to trade for this week. Obviously during the week other setups might develop on other pairs, but at this moment this is what looks good to me. So that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to subscribe, share and like the video.